this part we will discuss about the binomial expansion. So in the first part we have already discussed how to expand a plus b whole to the power n. In this part mainly we will discuss about the term. So that means any expansion is given to you, then what is the seventh number of terms, and sixth term how to find it, and also how to find the coefficient of the terms. And the lastly we will discuss about the middle term of the expansion. So in the previous class I have already discussed about the expansion of a plus b whole to the power n. I also repeat here. So a plus b whole to the power n, that's equals to whatever the values of n is the positive integer first of all, and n may be odd and even. So the expansion is that a to the power n plus nc0, nc1, a to the power n minus 1 into b plus nc2, a to the power n minus 2 into b square. This is the first term, second term, third term, nc3, a to the power n minus 3 into b cube, and so on. And the r plus 1th term, the expression is a to ncr, a to the power n minus r, b to the power r. And the last term is b to the power n, and the previous of the last term is ncn minus 1, ncn minus 1, a b to the power n minus 1 plus b to the power n. Okay, so this is the binomial expansion. Okay, so by this term is called the r plus 1 term. It is r plus 1 term. So most of the students are wrongly answered that r plus 1 term, that's equal to ncr plus 1 a to the power n minus r minus 1 into b to the power r plus 1. Okay, this is wrong. So mind it, keep it in your mind. This term r plus 1 term is, if t for term, r plus 1 term, which is denoted by tr plus 1, and the expression is ncr a to the power n minus r into b to the power r. Keep it in your mind. This is the most important expression for calculating, for solving difficult type of problems by using this formula. Okay, so tr plus 1 equals to ncr a to the power n minus r into b to the power r. Okay, because this is your first term, when 1 present here, this is second term, 2 is present here, third term, so r is present here, that's why this is r plus 1th term. Okay, so in this case, in this video or in this part, we will discuss about the coefficients and the terms. So someone asking you the question that what is the fourth term of the expression? Of course, if you expand it, the fourth term is this nc3 a to the power n minus 3 b to the power 3. So when you ask you the question what is the fifth term, so the fifth term is nc4 a to the power n minus 4 b to the power 4. So whatever the values of a and b also provided. So let us solve some problems, then it is clear to you. Okay, so the first problem is that, so you write down this expansion, and also this is the r plus 1 term. I also repeat this expression, r plus 1 term, that is tr plus 1 equals to ncr a to the power n minus r into b to the power r. Now I erase this part. So first we solve the one problem is that Find the fourth term of the expansion. Find the fourth term. Find the fourth term of in the expansion of x minus 2y whole to the power 12. Okay, so here n is given to you. If you compare to the expansion a plus b whole to the power n, then a equals to, if I compare it, a equals to x, b equals to minus 2y, and n equals to 12. So now I have to find out the fourth term. The fourth term, according to the formula we have already discussed, tr plus 1, that means you can write down t4. It can be written as something plus 1, that means 3 plus 1. Okay, so the fourth term is t4, that can be written as t3 plus 1, because our formula is given to you tr plus 1. So t3 plus 1, that is NCR. What about the n? NCR 12c. Here r is 3. 12c3, a to the power, a equals to x, x to the power n minus 3, that means 12 minus 3 into b to the power, so b equals to minus 2y, b to the power r, that means minus 2y whole to the power 3, because here n equals to 12, r equals to 3. Okay, and a equals to x, b equals to minus 2y. So that's why I have written t4, that can be written as t3 plus 1, according to the formula tr plus 1 equals to NCR. Here r equals to 3, n equals to 12. So NCR a to the power n minus r, that means 12 minus 3 into b to the power r, here b equals to minus 2y whole to the power 3. Okay, now I have to calculate. So what about 12c3? That can be written 12 factorial by 3 factorial, 12 minus 3 factorial, and x to the power 9, and of course this is minus 2 whole cube and y cube. Okay, so after some calculation we will get 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 9 factorial, I can write down here, and 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1, and this is also 9 factorial, so that's why I have taken in numerator part up to 9 factorial. Okay, so because 9 factorial means 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 4 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so I have already discussed in this matter about permutation and combination video, NCR, NPR video. Okay, you can see that video. So, and a minus 2 whole cube, that means if I multiply minus 2 3 times, so we will get negative sign also. So we get minus 8 into x to the power 9 into y cube. So now 9 factorial cancelled, 3 and 2 cancelled, 2, 6, 12. Okay, so we have gotten 2 minus 22, 2 into 11, 22 into 80, that negative sign, x to the power 9 into y cube. So 8 to the 16, 8 to the 16, 17, x to the power 9 into y cube. So the fourth term is t4, but in fact t3 plus 1, that is minus 1760 x to the power 9 into y cube. And if anyone asks you the question that what is the coefficient of the fourth term, then you can easily say the coefficient, that means the constant part of the variable. So the constant part is minus 1760. Okay, so the answer is here the question is that find the fourth term of the expansion in the expansion. So I have written the total whole term T4, that means T3 plus 1, that is minus 1760 into x to the power 9 into y cube. Okay. So if anyone asking the question, write down the coefficient of the fourth term. If anyone asks the question, then little bit change this question. So what is the coefficient of fourth term? Then the answer is minus 1760. So the constants are the coefficients of the variable in the expansion. Okay. So I erase this problem. Okay. We will discuss the next problem. Find the coefficient of a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 in a minus 2b whole to the power 12. So in this part we have to find out the coefficient of a to the power 5 b to the power into b to the power 7 in the expansion a minus 2b whole to the power 12. So how to solve this type of problem? First of all, I have to find out the value of r, because which term contains this a to the power 5 into b to the power 7, I don't know. So that's why let us assume that r plus 1th term contain this term, this expression. Okay, so let us assume that a to the power 5, okay, a to the power 5 into b to the power 7. Let us assume that a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 present in r plus 1th term in the expansion a minus 2b whole to the power 12. Let us assume that a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 present in r plus 1th term in the expansion a minus 2b whole to the power 12. That means if you expand a minus 2b whole to the power 12, okay, if you expand it, so the r plus 1th term contain this expression a to the power 5 into b to the power 7. So what about t r plus 1? So we have to determine the r. So t r plus 1 according to the formula NCR, here n equals to 12, NCR a to the power, a is also here a, 12 minus r, that is n minus r, into b, b means minus 2b whole to the power r. Because a minus 2b whole to the power 12, you can write down here a plus minus 2b whole to the power 12. Okay, equivalently. Okay, so that's why 12CR a to the power 12 minus r into minus 2b, here b is replaced by minus 2b whole to the power r according to the given question. So now after some calculation, 12CR a to the power 12 minus r by using indices rule, minus 2 to the power r into b to the power r. So 12CR into minus 2 whole to the power r into a to the power 12 minus r into b to the power r. Now, according to our assumption, so this value must be a to the power 5, b to the power 7. Okay, so according to our assumption, because we have assumed, let us assume that a to the power 5, b to the power 7 present in r plus 1 term. So r plus 1 term must contain a to the power 5, b to the power 7. So that's why according to our condition, a to the power 12 minus r b to the power r must be a to the power 5, b to the power 7. So now if we equate the coefficient, you will get r equals to, so b to the power r equals to b to the power 7. So this gives r equals to 7, and this value r equals to 7 also satisfy this equation. If you put r equals to 7, you will get a to the power 7. So we have already gotten 7. So if we put r equals to 7 in this expression, we will get t7 plus 1. That means we have gotten 8th term, t8, t7 plus 1. That's equals to 12c7 minus 2 to the power 7. And if we put r equals to 7, you will get a to the power 5 into b to the power 7. So I have to determine here the only coefficient. So the coefficient is 12c7 minus 2 to the power 7. Then I write down the answer, coefficient of, therefore coefficient of a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 is 12c7 into minus 2 whole to the power 7. After some calculation, you will get the result. So I calculate here. So 12 factorial by 7 factorial into 12 minus 7 factorial, and minus of, because if I multiply 7 times of minus 2, so minus of 1 whole to the power odd always gives minus. Okay, so odd number of multiplication of minus 2 always give minus sign. So we can write down 2 to the power 7 also. So 12 into 11 into 9 into 11 into 10, after some calculation, into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial by 7 factorial into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into, okay, that means 5 factorials, 12 minus 7, that is 120, and 2 to the power 7, that means 2 to the power 5 is 32, 2 to the power 6 is 64, 2 to the power 7 is 128, I think. So 7 factorial is cancelled, and 1 to 0, 12 and 10 cancelled. Okay, so we have gotten minus 99 into 11 into 9, that is 99, and after multiplication 8 and 128, 8 into 8 is, that is 64, and 6 in your hand, okay, and 22 and 10, I think. Okay, okay, so after multiplication, minus 99 and 1024, minus 99 and 1024, so you will get minus 101376. This is the answer. Okay, so the coefficient of a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 is minus 101376. I think it is clear to you. Okay, so I erase this part. So repetitions I did not repeat it. Okay, I have discussed slowly. So erase this part. So we will solve the next problem. Next we will discuss about what about the middle term. So just I will provide you some flavor about the trivial issues. Okay, so if the numbers is given to you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if the numbers are given to you, which one is the middle term? Because how many terms present here? So this is the 5 terms present here. So that's why the 2 terms on the left side and 2 terms on the right side, the middle term is 3. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many terms present here? This is also 7 terms present here. So that's why the middle term is 4. Similarly, so that means if the terms is odd, if the number of terms is odd, then we always get only one middle term. So if I take the another term here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many middle terms? So which one is the middle term? You cannot mention, you cannot give the unique answer. So the answer is either 3 is the middle term, either or 4 is the middle term. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 number of terms. So what are the middle terms? The middle terms is 4 and also 5. So when n is even, so we will get 2 middle terms. When n is odd, so we will get only 1 middle terms. So in this case, we have already discussed that in the expansion of a plus b whole to the power n, so the total number of terms present there n plus 1. Because if the index is n in the expansion, then the total number of terms is n plus 1. So if n is even, for example, x plus y whole square, that means n is even, you will get 3 terms, x square plus 2xy plus y square. So the middle term is 2xy. Am I right? So n equals to 2 means n equals to even, then you will get odd number of terms. So you will get unique middle term. If n is odd, that means x plus y whole cube. If n is odd, that means in the expansion index is odd, then you will get even number of terms, because you always get one more term. So that's why you will get 3 plus 1 terms, 4 terms. So that's x cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube. So the middle terms are 2 middle terms, because 4 terms present here. The middle terms is 3x square y and 3xy square. Okay. Now come to the point in general rule. Okay. So if the expansion is given to you a plus b whole to the power n, I have already written in the first few minutes. Okay, a plus b whole to the power n. So I rewrite what are the results. So if in the expansion a plus b, in the expansion a plus b whole to the power n, in the expansion a plus b whole to the power n, when, okay, so if you want to, what is the expansion? So a to the power n plus nc1, a to the power n minus 1 into b plus nc2, a to the power n minus 2 into b square plus nc3, a to the power n minus 3 into b cube, up to dot 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 some terms, NCR a to the power n minus r into b to the power r plus NCn minus 1 into a into b to the power n minus 1 plus b to the power n. This is the expansion. So if n is how many total number of terms? Total number of terms present here. Total number of terms is n plus 1. We have already discussed in the first video lecture also. So if n is even, then n plus 1 is odd, of course. So that means the number of terms is odd number, of course. So we have already discussed in the few minutes ago, if the number of terms odd, then we will get only one middle term. So that is, the number of terms is odd, we get only one middle term. And now the question is that which term is the middle term if in general, okay? So the n is even, you remind it, the middle term, so n by 2 plus 1 term is the middle term. How? So you see that 1, 2, 3, okay? So the terms is present here 3. For the binomial expansion, when n equals to 2, so total number of terms is 2 plus 1 is 3. So the middle term is the second term, so 2 by 2 plus 1, that is 2. Okay? If n equals to 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you assume the 3 is the middle term, third term is the middle term. So how to get n equals to 4 is given to you. So n by 2 plus 1, that means 4 by 2 plus 1. So that is 2 plus 1. So it will match. Okay. So the middle term is when n is even, okay, when n is index when index n is even, then n by 2 plus 1 term is middle term. So any term you can calculate. We have already learned about how to calculate the term. So that is Tn by 2 plus 1. Tn by 2 plus 1. Here r equals to n by 2. Just Tr plus 1. So that is Ncn by 2 a to the power n minus n by 2 for this expansion into b to the power n by 2. Okay, here r equals to n by 2. So this is the middle term when n is even. So remind it, if the index or n is even, so you will always get only one middle term. Okay, I think it is clear to you. If n is odd, if total number of terms, if n is odd, then n plus 1 is even. Am I right? So the number of terms is even. Okay. So we get 2 middle terms. How many middle terms? 2 middle terms. We get 2 middle terms. We have already discussed 2 middle terms when n is odd. N is odd here. So n minus 1 by 2 plus 1th term, one middle term is term and n plus 1 by 2 plus 1 term, 1th term are the middle terms. Of middle terms of the expansion. So you can calculate Tn minus 1 by 2 plus 1, also Tn plus 1 by 2 plus 1, because here r equals to n minus 1 by 2, here r equals to n plus 1 by 2, and we have already learned about the we have already calculate, okay, how to calculate Tr plus 1. So Tn minus 1 by 2 plus 1 we can calculate it, and Tn plus 1 by 2 plus 1 also we can calculate. So when n is odd, we will get two middle terms. Don't be confused. If the index is odd, we will get two middle terms. So one middle term is n minus 1 by 2 plus 1th term, and another is n plus 1 by 2 plus 1th term. And if n is even, that means index is even, you will get only one or unique middle term. So that middle term is Tn by 2 plus 1, that is Ncn by 2, a to the power n minus n by 2, b to the power n by 2. You also calculate also. So for this case you can calculate Tn minus 1 by 2 plus 1. So Nc n minus 1 by 2 plus 1, a to the power n minus 1 by 2, b to the power n minus 1 by 2, and Tn plus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is Nc n plus 1 by 2, a to the power n minus n plus 1 by 2, b to the power n plus 1 by 2. So if you put the value of n, then you will get the simplified result. So it is clear. If we give an example, if I provide some example, then it is more clear to you. Okay, so let us try to solve some problems. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Okay, now find the middle term in the expansion. Find the middle term in the expansion number one, 3 minus x cube by 6 whole to the power 7. And another problem is x by 3 plus 9y whole to the power 10. Okay. So you see the question number 1. Here index is n equals to 7, which is also n equals to 7, that means odd. Okay. So the total number of terms that is 7 plus 1, that is also 8, which is even. When terms are even or n is odd means terms are even, we will get how many middle terms? 2 middle terms. So we get 2 middle terms. So the middle terms are Tn minus 1. What is about n? N minus 1, that is 7 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, and t 7 plus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is t3 plus 1, that means t4, and t4 plus 1. Why I have written in this fashion? Because we know the tr plus 1. So in this form, so you can clearly write down t4 and t5 is also, t4 and t5 are the middle terms of this expansion. But I have to calculate tr plus 1. So what t3 plus 1? So t3 plus 1, here r equals to 3. In this expression, this equals to a. So NCR 7C3 a to the power n minus r. Here a equals to 3. 7 minus 3 into b to the power, b means minus x cube by 6 whole to the power 3. Okay, so we will calculate it. 7 factorial by 3 factorial, 7 minus 3 factorial into 3 to the power 4, and minus x, that means x to the power 3 into 3, 9, and some minus sign is taken because we multiply 3 times of negative sign, and 6 cube also. 6 cube we can write down here 3 cube into 2 cube. According to the indices rule, we can write 6 equals to 3 into 2 and 3 cube into 2 cube. Okay, so 7 factorial, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial, and 3 factorial gives 3 into 2 into 1, and this is also 4 factorial. 4 factorial cancelled, 3 to 6 cancelled, and 3 to the power cube and 3 to the power 4, that gives 3 into minus x to the power 9 and divided by 2 cube, that gives 8. So we have gotten 7 into 5, that is 35, 35 into 3, 105, so minus 105 x to the power 9 by 8, that is the one middle term, t3 plus 1, first middle term. So you see the calculation step by step. Okay, just that gives minus 105 x to the power 9 by 8, that is the first middle term, t3 plus 1, or t4 you can write down also, t4, that means t3 plus 1. So another middle term is t4 plus 1. So t4 plus 1, okay, I have to write first t5, that is fifth term. So fifth term can be expressed as 4 plus 1, and by using the rule tr plus 1, NCR, that means here n equals to 7, 7C4 a to the power n minus r, that is 3 to the power 7 minus 4 into minus x cube by 6 whole to the power 4. So next we have to also calculate 7 factorial into 4 factorial into 7 minus 4 factorial into, we can put 7c3 and 7c4, both are same value, but I have not mentioned. Okay, don't be confused. 3 to the power 7 minus 4, that is 3 cube, and 4 x to the power 12, and 4 times negative sign, that is minus into minus, that is plus, minus into minus plus, so all are plus, and 6 to the power 4 you can write down also 3 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 4. So after doing some calculation, you will get 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial, and also this 4 factorial, and 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1, and 3 cube and this 3, you will get 2 to the power 4, that is 16 into 3 x to the power 12. After some calculation, 4 factorial cancelled, 3 to 6. Okay, so we have gotten 35 by 48 x to the power 12. That is the second middle term when n is 7. Okay, so that means if the index is odd, we will get even number of terms, and if the even number of terms present, then we always get two middle terms. So I have calculated two middle terms here. Okay, the first middle term is minus 105 by 8 x to the power 9, and another is 35 by 48 x to the power 12. That means the fourth term and fifth term. Okay, so for blindly you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 3, 7. So let us start from 0. How many terms are? 3, 3, 6, 2. So the two middle terms is, so no, in this fashion you cannot write down here. Okay, so the two middle terms is, another is minus 105 x to the power 9 by 8, and another one is 35 by 48 x to the power 12. Okay, so the next problem is that, so this is easy, most easiest problem, because n is even to even, so we will get only one middle term. Okay, so let us try the second problem. Problem number 2. If here index is n equals to 10, that is even, I have mentioned here. So the total number of terms 10 plus 1, that is 11. So that gives odd. So we get only one middle term. Okay, so the n we have already discussed. Which term is the middle term? N by 2 plus 1. So n by 2 plus 1 term is the middle term. So now the expression is that what is the value of n? N equals to 10. So that means if we put n equals to 10, that is 10 by 2, that is 5, 5 plus 1, that is 6th term, 5 plus 1 term, that means 6th term, 5 plus 1 term, you can write down 6th equals to 6th term is the middle term of the expansion. In the expansion. So now we have to calculate T5 plus 1, so we get the required result. So now what about T5? T6 means T5 plus 1, the term is according to the TR plus 1 formula, NCR, where n equals to 10, 10C5 a to the power n minus r, x by 3 here a equals to 10 minus 5 into b to the power 5, that is whole to the power 5. So now you can calculate it, factorial 10 by 5 factorial into 10 minus 5, NCR means n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. This is x to the power 5 by 3 to the power 5, and this is 3 square, 9 means 3 square to the power 5, y to the power 5. So after some calculation, we will get 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial by 5 factorial, and this is 5 factorial. You can write down 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So 5 factorial cancelled. And this is 3 to the power 10, okay, 9, and by 3 to the power 5, x to the power 5 into y to the power 5. So after some calculation, we will get 5 and 2, that is 10, 10 cancelled, okay, and this is not 35, 3 to the power 5, and I think 4 to the 8, and 3 to the 6. So we have gotten 9 into 2 into 2, that is 36 into 7, that is 36 into 7, that means 252 I think, and into 3 to the power 5 into x to the power 5 into y to the power 5, and 3 to the power 4 is 81. 3 to the power 4 is 81, and 3 to the power 5 is 243. So 252 into 243, after some calculation we will get 61236 x to the power 5 y to the power 5. Okay, that is the middle term of the expansion. 61236 x to the power 5 into y to the power 5. Clear? So next, another part is, I think these two problems already clear to you, because I have already elaborately discussed what about the middle terms, how to find the middle terms, and just using the formula and how that type of formula generate, I have already discussed. Okay, next another problem we will solve. This is a tricky problem. So find the positive value of m. Find positive value of m positive value of m for which the coefficient of x square in the expansion 1 plus x whole to the power m is 6. Okay, find the positive value m for which the coefficient of x square in the expansion 1 plus x whole to the power m is 6. So first I have to understand the question. The question is given to you that for what values of n the coefficient of x square be 6. Okay, so first I have to find out in which term contains x square. Because if you put r equals to 2, then the term is t3. Okay, so we solve this problem in the general way. Okay, so when we will solve it some MCQ type problems, that put the value of r, and by inspection method we can easily solve this problem. So but in general how to solve it I want to discuss here. So let us assume that r plus 1 term contain x square in the expansion 1 plus x whole to the power m. Okay, so here n equals to m, so tr plus 1, what about the tr plus 1? That is ncr. Here m equals to n, mcr a to the power, here a equals to 1, m minus r into x to the power r, b equals to x. Okay, so according to our assumption, so if I simplify it, this gives mcr 1 to the power anything is always 1, x to the power r. So according to our assumption, so this must be x to the power r must be x square, because I have already assumed that tr plus 1 contain x square. Okay, according to our assumption, x to the power r equals to x square. So this gives r equals to 2. So we have all gotten the value of r. And what is the coefficient? The coefficient of x square. So what is r is given to you. R you have already calculated. So t2 plus 1, that's equals to mc2 x square. So the coefficient of x square is mc2. So the coefficient of x square is mc2. So according to the condition, this gives the value. The value of mc2 is 6. This information already given in your question. So therefore, according to our question, mc2 equals to 6. After some calculation, factorial m by 2 factorial into m minus 2 factorial equals to 6. Then you can write down m into m minus 1 into m minus 2 factorial by 2 into 1 into m minus 2 factorial equals to 6. M minus 2 factorial cancel. You will get m square minus m and equals to 6 into 2. So you have gotten m square minus m minus 12 equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation, so that we will get 2 roots. So the roots m minus 4, you can factorize it, m plus 3 equals to 0. Since m is positive, so m equals to 4, because m plus 3 not equal to 0. Why? Because according to your question is given to you, m is the positive value of m. Okay, so what is the value of m? So that therefore the value of m is 6. Okay, so in this part we have already discussed how to find the term, how to find the coefficients, how to find the middle terms when n is even or odd. Okay, so up to this limit we have already discussed. Okay, so thank you. In the next video we will discuss about some independent term, how to find the x independent term. Okay, thank you.